Okay, yesterday we create a table in SmartForms and displayed the data in tabular format. And you know how to use a table painter. And today we'll see how to use text, like some terms and conditions or some paragraph of text. How to print text in SmartForms. Okay, there are different approaches. We'll see how to print the
Okay,
text in SmartForms, and also we'll see how to apply the styles, like a different font, a different size, text size. Okay, we'll see how to apply formatting options like font, size, right, color, etc.
yes,
for the text, right?
yes, sir.
So in any form, there will be some terms and conditions, right? So some text, like if you check your, if you find, like if you see your offer letter or if you see your billing, there should be some terms and conditions at the end, like return conditions or exchange conditions, right? They used to mention all those conditions at the end, right?
Yes,
Also,
sir.
we used to, like in some letters or in some print layouts, so we have a lot of text, right, with some information which we print in the form of paragraphs, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll see how to handle that kind of text in print layouts, right?
Okay, sir.
So let's assume we need to print some terms and conditions. For that, I am creating one separate window. This window I'll keep that at the end. I'll call it as terms window. Let me adjust. It's a secondary window, okay? Because terms and conditions, most of the times they are fixed.
Okay, sir.
You print at the end. Now to print the terms and conditions, or to create,
Text.
we need to create a text.
Yes, sir.
Close the form painter. Let me get some sample terms and conditions. I'm copying some terms and conditions. I'm pasting here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are, this is hard coded text, right? This is hard coded
Yes.
text. So we are placing text in the smart form in one smart form. Can we use same text in other smart form? If we have similar terms and conditions for other print layout, can we use this text?
Yes, sir.
Condition
But
by using.
not
Please listen carefully. We have a different print layout,
Okay.
right? But terms and conditions are same. For that print layout also, terms and conditions are same, right? So I'm placing some terms and conditions here in the text. Can we reuse same terms and conditions in the other smart form?
Yes, sir. Through
This
text
process
module, we can
will
reuse.
Through text module we can reuse, but without using text module we cannot.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, yes.
We
Okay, sir.
cannot reuse. They are local to this smart form, right? Let's say there is some change in terms and conditions, right? If you need to update the terms and conditions in smart forms, wherever we are using terms and conditions, we need to open all those smart forms and we need to update. Let's say we have 100 print layouts where we have terms and conditions. What we need to do now? If there is any change in terms and conditions, we need to go to
We
each
need to.
smart form
We have to put
and we need to
on
update, right?
everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's say the text is a reusable text and we are using it in smart forms. So in that case, we don't need to go for every smart form and change it, right? Simply we go to the text and
Yes.
change the text. So the changes will be automatically applied to all the smart
All
forms,
text.
Yes,
right?
yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for that reusable text, we have two different options. One is text modules, the other one is standard text. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
so let's see how text modules will work. Text modules are local to smart forms. Okay, but standard text can be used in programs. You can call it in any function modules. In different applications, you can reuse the standard text, right? You can call the
Yes.
standard text in SE38 programs also. You can read that standard text. But text modules are local to the smart forms. Okay? We can
Okay,
we
sir.
can create the reusable text by using both text modules and standard text. Let me terminate this and open again. Looks like it is not working. So I'll tell you one thing. Let's say you are doing some changes to the existing smart form, right? If it is with some complex layout and complex conditions. When you are doing the changes, you might disturb the existing smart form, right?
Yes, sir.
In the process of
Yes, sir.
doing new changes, you might disturb the existing layout, right? So how can you correct it? Like how can you correct it or how can you take backup? For that, we can download the smart form into XML file. Okay. When you want to create the form from the previous version, you can just upload it. Okay. So all changes will be automatically reverted. So you can download the smart form into XML files. Okay. Somewhere here you can find download form, right? It will
Yes,
download
sir.
into XML file.
XML
So
file.
you can prepare the layout in this system and you can download into XML and you can share it with someone also, so that they can upload that in their system, but they have to create relevant importing parameters in the program, calling program. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you can create this in one system and you can upload in the different system also, this XML file, to create the same layout. Okay, for taking backup also, before doing changes you can download the form. Okay,
Okay, sir.
change. Why I'm currently editing, looks like it is locked. SM12. I will delete lock. Creating the window. I'll place the window at the end for terms and conditions. I'll adjust the layout size. Save. I'll create the text. Okay. Now, in this option, you can, if you want to pass the hard coded text, you can enter here, right? Otherwise, what is the option we have? If you observe here, we have text modules and include text. Text modules nothing but which are available in smart forms. So we can create the text module. What is include text? Include text is nothing but standard text. The transaction code is SO10. Okay, let's create the
Yes,
smart
sir.
text module first. Go to smart forms and go to styles,
Text. Small.
some text name, create it.
Text.
Module.
Sorry, did I select the smart style?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Looks like some issue with MS Word. It is terminated previously. That's why it is not. It is showing this line editor. No issue. I think we may need to restart the system to fix it. For now, I'll use this line editor only to enter the data because there is some issue with MS Word. It is terminated.
Okay, sir.
Go back. Okay, I've created the text. Text module is created. Click on save. Here we need to provide the package
Package.
and you need to add it to the transport.
Transaction.
Transport.
Clear.
So is it client independent or dependent? Client independent.
No, yes, indeed.
So this is your text. Go back, save it. This is your text module name. Now go to the smart form, So instead of hard-coded text, go and provide text module. Provide the name, text module name, language en. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Save it, activate it, activate the smart form. Now let's test the smart form. We'll execute the program. What is the expectation? Text, terms and conditions text should be displayed, right?
Yes, sir.
Provide 16, print preview. Okay, looks like there is no data, but if you can see, text is displaying here, right?
Display. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me try with a different customer. So after displaying the
Yes. Data.
tabular data, it is displaying the terms and
It is.
conditions. If you
Yes,
want,
sir.
you can apply some borders, colors, etc. Okay, this is how we can use text module. So the same text module can be used in any number of smart forms, right? If there is
Yes,
any
sir.
change in terms and condition, if there are any change in terms and conditions, just go to the text module, right, and adjust the text here. Actually, you should see some word editor here. As I told you, the word is MS Word is not working. That's why it is showing this line editor. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
Otherwise, you can directly copy and paste some text here, right?
Okay, sir.
So that's about text modules. So these text modules are helpful in language translation. Okay. So this text will be translated to the target language. Okay.
Okay, sir.
The additional advantage, reusability is one advantage, and language translation is the other feature. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see what is smart styles. Create smart style. I'm taking the same name like a module. I don't think there is a issue. Now, so now we have header
Header.
and paragraph,
Paragraph.
right?
Yes, sir.
So according to our requirement, we can set up. This is font. This is text size, font style. You want it italic, bold, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you want color text, you can apply some color, right? I'll apply some different color,
Yes, sir.
or bold. I'll make it bold. Otherwise, I'll make it bold. Okay. Now go to paragraph. This is header text. If you want to print any headings, just like invoice, sales order, like that. Uh, got it right?
Yes, sir.
Headings for headings. Yes.
Here at the top, right? For that you can use header. Now for paragraphs, you can create paragraphs. Paragraph P1. I created one paragraph format. Alignment, left align, centered. You might be aware of this, right? Text alignment, centered, right?
Yes, sir.
By default, it
Yes,
is
sir.
left aligned. You can also add margins, right? I'll just add for indent.
Yes, sir.
This is indent. Then this is spacing, before and after, right? Page production is there. You know, right? What is page production?
Yes, sir. To limit the
Paragraph.
whole text in
Yeah,
one page.
yeah. The complete paragraph will print in the same page, right?
Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
won't
sir.
print
Yes, sir.
few lines in first page and few lines in second page. Now go to the font. In font, you can provide the font. I'll select some font. I'll make it 13 or 12, right? Font style, I'll make it italic. Okay. If you want underline, you can add it, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's save it in the package, but here I'm saving it in the local object. So it will be added to the transport request. Now smart style is saved. Like that, you can create multiple paragraphs according to your requirement. Each paragraph format will be according to your requirement. Like that, you can also create character format. For example, C1, subscript, superscript. You know, right? What is subscript and superscript?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you want to apply that, you can use this subscript and superscript features. For example, power of 2, it will display at top of that number, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like that.
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Save it. Okay, my smart style is created. Now go to the smart form, go to the text, hide this form painter. Here, where is it? Output options somewhere. Style. By default, it is displaying system style, default style, right?
Yes, sir.
Now enter your style name.
Okay. Does not exist.
Did I copied it wrong? What? It is showing here. Or maybe I'll copy into different name because text module is also with the same name. I'll copy this like this. Local object. Save it. Let me try this. What?
To
Let me try to open the smart form again. Change it. I did not activate this. Okay. Standard paragraph is not filled. Okay. P1. That is the issue. I did not activate the smart style. It is inactive. Let me try now. Yeah. Save it. Activate. Now let's test the program by printing some sample data. This is from smart style formatting, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Underline,
Underlines,
bold,
italic,
Done.
italic.
everything, right? So like that you can apply smart styles to all text elements, whatever the text elements here available here. You can apply smart styles. Go to output options and select the corresponding smart style. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So when you are designing the forms, look and feel is very important, right? So you need to be careful about font, what customer needs and what is the size they're expecting, like,
Okay,
right?
sir.
What we need to highlight.
Mm.
So formatting is very important in smart forms within the
Okay, sir.
given space, right? So you need to
Sir,
accommodate all the important data in a
within,
proper formatting, which should print in a single page or multiple pages. That's up to the requirement. But you should be able to print as much data as possible within the given size, right?
yes, sir.
With proper formatting. Now, we're done with smart styles and text modules. Now let's see what is standard text. What is the transaction code for standard text?
Yes,
Yes.
SO 10.
10.
SO10. Yes. So what is the difference between text modules and standard text? Text module is part
And
of smart forms, and these are client independent. You can transport text module to the test system and then production system, right? But what about standard text? Standard
We
we
text
can
can
is
use
client
globally.
independent, just like SAP scripts. Standard text are client dependent, right? Also, it won't ask for any transport request when you create the standard text.
Standard
Let's
text
see.
can be used globally. It all means we can use the standard text even in programs
Yes,
also.
yes, that is correct. But I'm
Then,
not saying it is local, right? I'm saying that standard text is client dependent,
okay, sir.
right?
Okay, sir.
You can use it in programs or anywhere, different applications, but it is client dependent. The changes which you do
Okay,
in
sir.
one client, those changes will not be available in other client. You need to do client copy using
Yes, sir.
SCC1. Also, it won't create any transport requests when you create the standard text. You have to manually add the standard text to transport request. Let's see how to do that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is the transaction code SO10 here. I'm creating a standard text, create error while loading the document. Looks like that word is crashed, MS Word is crashed. That's why it is displaying in the line editor. No, no issue. We'll just paste some data here. Star means new line. In the line editor, Star means new line.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Space means continue. Continue to the previous line. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We have different symbols here. Paragraph, justified, C means centered, L for left aligned. In line editor, you have all these options. Equal to means extended line. What is the difference between star and equal to? Sorry, space and equal to. Space, continuous text, and equal to extended line. Space means there might be one character space available between previous line and this line. If you use equal to,
To continue.
like continuous text, for example, CONT, or let me make it BAT. Now we use equal to because BETW between is part of same word, right? So we use equal to.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If you use space, it will assume this as two different words,
Words.
right?
Words.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But we have MS Word editor. You can save the standard text. This is the standard text what we created, right? Now, this standard text can be used in programs. You can read the standard text in programs. You can read the standard text in different applications, right?
Yes, sir.
Not only specific to smart forms. You can read this in SAP scripts, smart forms, Adobe Forms, SC38 programs, wherever you need to read the text, right? You can
Yes, sir.
So
use the
we
standard
can.
text. But this is client dependent.
Client
Dependent.
This is,
dependent.
yeah, and we can reuse the standard text.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'll show you how to read it in the program also. Okay, we have a
Okay.
function module for that. Name is read text. Now our text is ready. Standard text is ready. Text name is this one. Text ID is ST. Language is EN. Did it ask like did we get any pop-up for a package when we are
No,
selecting?
sir.
No.
No.
No, sir.
And it did not provide any pop-up to create the transport request as well. No. So we cannot transport this to test system, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
But we
sir.
can use this in locally in the same client. Even you cannot use this in the different client, right?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Now go to smart form. How to use this standard text? Go to smart form, go to the text, go to general attributes. Instead of text module, what we need to use? Include text.
Include
Include
text.
text.
In place of include text, provide the standard text name. What is the text object? It is text, I think. Text. Okay. And text ID, this one, ST. Okay. ST is the text ID.
Yes, sir.
Language EN. Okay. Save it. Activate it.
Activate.
Now test it. Execute the program again. Okay. From where this is coming from?
From standard text.
Standard text, right?
Yes, sir.
So this text can be used in programs also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see how to read that standard text in program. Let's create a sample program.
STD.
And after this, we'll see how to transport this to the test system or the next system, quality systems. For that, we need to add it to
Yes.
the transport request, right?
Sir,
Yes,
Without
sir.
transport request, we cannot.
we cannot see.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
it is taking time. Hmm. Create the program. Why it become very slow? Creating executable program. Click on save. Add to the proper package.
All are in caps only, na, sir?
Yeah, all should be in caps. Whatever the default
Okay, sir.
values you are passing should be in capital letters. Okay.
Okay,
This
sir.
client number, and what else we need to pass? Lines. It will return the text into this lines. For that we need one internal table or some data object, right? Let's see what is the type of the data object. Come on. Okay. Line structure T line. Where it is defined?
Tables.
Tables. So that means it's a internal
Internal
table
table.
like
Table
structure.
structure.
Now go to the program and define one internal table. T line. Pass the text here. LT text. If there is no exception, if everything is fine, equal to 0, then I'll display the text using some CLDemo output. Usually we read the standard text, right? In programs, whenever we need to send some emails, when we need to generate some emails, right? So at the time we use the standard text.
Okay, sir.
Test, activate. Subrc 0. 6 lines are there in this internal table. So this is the standard text, right?
Output. Yes, sir.
So you can loop this
Yes,
internal
sir.
table to combine that standard text in display as a continuous text, right? Otherwise, the standard text is splitted into multiple lines. Okay,
Okay, sir.
this is how you can read the standard text. Now let's see how to add standard text to the transport request. First, what is the prerequisite? First, we need to have a transport request.
Okay.
Okay,
We have to
what is the
create
transaction code
transport request.
for transport requests? What is the transaction code for transport requests?
SC09.
SC09, sir.
SC09.
Never on, sir.
So if you want, you can use any of the existing transport request which is assigned for your object, or you can create your own transport request. Okay, how to
Okay, sir.
create the transport request? Customizing request, usually for functional configurations and for some customizing tables, we create workbench request.
Workbench request.
Create it, providing some name, sample name. Transport request is created. This is how we manually create transport request, right? Not through the program or when we are changing the object. We can also create in SC09.
Okay, sir.
So this is unclassified, right? We need to change the type of the subtask. Right click, do we have here? I don't think we have here. Click on this, just change the type, and we need to select development correction. That is for all development objects. Development and correction transport request is for all development objects like programs, data dictionary structures, data dictionaries, right?
Okay,
DDIC
sir.
objects. Now we have a transport request. Now we need to add that standard text to this transport request, right? For that we have
Yes,
a
sir.
program. We need to execute a program. The program name is RSTX. I don't remember. RSTX TRAN, I think. Yeah, RSTX TRAN. Please make a note. This is the program to add standard text to the
Text to
transport request.
transport
We need to
request.
execute this. What is the name? Name of the correction or repair? Your transport request. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Provide the transport request. And here in place of text, what you need to provide? Standard text name. Okay, you can also add multiple standard text in a single run. You can add multiple standard text here, so that all will be added to the same transport request. Okay,
Okay, sir.
using this select option. Now I've added. Now click on execute. Select the transport request, sorry, text, whatever you need to add, or you can also use select all, continue. Text selected to be added to the transport request. Is it added already? No, to be added. Now click on enter, or click on transfer text to correction. Yes. Now
Okay, sir.
text is added to the transport request. Let's refresh this. Which one I used? Did I use main task or subtask? In this
Subtask.
program, I use subtask. Okay, copy
Yes, sir.
this. I'll find this transport request. So text is added to the transport request. Now you can release this transport request and apply it to test system. Okay,
Sir.
that's how we add transport. We add transport request to the, sorry, we add standard text to the transport request. Let's say after adding this, I did few changes to the transport standard text. Right? I've already added that standard text to the transport request, but I did not released still in the transport request, but I did some changes. What we need to do? We need to, whenever you do the changes, you need to add it again by following same process. Okay,
Okay,
clear?
sir. Sir. And sir, once show me the how to transfer the one request, one TR to another TR, sir. It's like objects or programs.
Yeah, we'll see that in a different session. I'll take a session on transport requests and how to merge multiple transport requests into single transport request. I'll show that in a different session. Let's confine to
Okay.
standard text. Okay, so this is how we can add it. Now, so after adding the text, let's say you did some changes. Again, add it to the transport request. Right? Now I'm saying that standard text is client dependent, and whatever the changes we did in one client cannot be available in different client, right? But
Yes, sir.
how to copy this standard text to the different client in the same server? For example, in development server, in most of the development servers, we have two clients in projects. One is development, another one is unit testing client. For example, 100, 120. 100 is for development, 120 is for unit
Unit
testing,
test.
right? Now you do development changes in 100, but let's say you created a standard text. Is this text is going to be automatically available in 120? No, because it is
No,
client
sir.
dependent. So how to make it available? For that you need to use client
SCC
copy,
one.
SCC1. Yes, looks like there is a new transaction code, SCC1N. Okay, you can also use that, SCC1N in S4HANA. So what you need to provide here? First, where you need to execute this SCC1 transaction code? Is it in client number 100 or 120?
120.
In 120, right?
Yes, sir.
You need to execute this SCC1 in 120 and need to enter the transport request. Okay, enter the transport request and click on execute. Source client. What is the source client and target client? For example, source client is 100, target client is 120,
120.
right? then
Yes, sir.
execute. Actually, these clients are not available. That's why we got some issue. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Okay,
100
sir.
and 120. So once you executed this SCC1, all your standard text changes or standard text will be applied to the target
Unit
client.
test.
Yeah, unit test client.
Okay, sir.
Let's say after copying that, you did some changes to the standard text again. Are they going to apply automatically? No.
No, sir.
Again, you have to make a client copy. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Whatever the client dependent objects, including customizing data, whatever the client dependent data, you need to do client copy. Okay, otherwise you cannot use those objects in unit testing client. Okay,
Okay, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir. After changes, we need to create a new transport
No,
request,
no,
sir.
you can, as long as transport request is in release modifiable status, you can add it again. Okay,
Okay, sir.
once
Okay,
it
Yeah,
is
sir.
okay, sir.
released and you did the changes, you need to create a new transport request.
News.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay,
as
sir.
long as it is in modifiable, you can add to the same transport request. Okay,
Oh, okay,
if
sir.
you want to add any other objects, double click on this task subtask, go to the objects, change here, and here you can add the objects. For example, if you want to add any program, let me go to any other transport request. Mm, most of them are configurations, all IMG configurations. I think we created some transport requests. Okay, let's double click on this subtask. Anyway, I'll take separate session on the transport request. Double click on the subtask. Now, what is the object you need to add? For example, if you need to add this maintenance data or this table content, what you need to do? Control Y, copy these three objects, program, object type and object name, and go to your transport request, paste it here. Click on save, right? Click on
Okay,
save.
sir.
After saving this, you need to delete from here. And
Okay.
once you delete that, select this task and you need to lock it here. Lock the object. It cannot be locked
Okay.
because it is available in a different transport request. First, we need to delete
Okay,
here
sir.
and we need to lock here before releasing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's how you can move the transport request. Anyway, I'll take separate session on that. So that's about it for today. Uh, we'll work on new topic tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's see if we can create Adobe Forms. But looks like Adobe Lifecycle Designer is not working. I'll check like if there is any way to work on it. Okay.
Okay, sir.